जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudeva, Srila Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। भागवतम
श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, बलराम महाराज की जय, भागवतम महाराज की जय, श्री रूप
भक्ति श्री रूप
भागवत महाराज की जय।
So this is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 26, Text 2. Jnanam nihare isakyaya purusha samadarshanam yad ayurvarnaye taite hridaya granthi bhedanam. Translation: knowledge is the ultimate perfection of self-realization. I shall explain that knowledge unto you by which the knots of attachment to the material world are cut. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It is said that by proper understanding of the pure self or by self-realization, one can be freed from material attachment. Knowledge leads to one attain to ultimate perfection of life and to see oneself as he is. The Svetaswar Upanishad also confirms this. Tam eva vidivati mrityum iti. Simply by understanding one's spiritual position or by seeing oneself as he is, one can be freed from material entanglement. In various ways, the seeing of oneself is described in the Vedic literatures, and it is confirmed in the Bhagavatam that one has to see oneself and know what he is. As Kapil Deva explains to his mother, this seeing can be done by hearing from proper authoritative source. Kapil Deva is greater authority because he is the personality of Godhead. And if someone accepts whatever is explained as it is without interpretation, then he can see himself. Lord Chaitanya explains to Sanatana Goswami that real constitutional position in the universe. He said directly that each and every individual soul is eternally a servitor of Krishna. Jiver Swarupa hai Krishnera Nitya Dasa. Every individual soul is eternally a servitor. When one is fixed in this understanding that he is the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and that his eternal position is to serve in association with the Supreme Lord, he becomes self-realized. This position of rightly understanding oneself cuts the knot of material attraction. Due to false ego or false identification of oneself with the body and the material world, one is entrapped by Maya, but as soon as one understands that he is qualitatively the same substance as the Supreme Lord, because he belongs to the same category of spirit soul, and that his perpetual position is to serve and attains at Atma Darshana and Hridaya Granthi Vidhanam, self-realization. When one can cut the knot of the attachment of material world, his understanding is called knowledge. Atma Darshanam means to see oneself by knowledge. Therefore, when one is freed from that is the ultimate necessity of human life. The source is thus isolated from entanglement of 24 categories of material nature. Pursuit of the systematic philosophic process called Sankhya is called knowledge and self-revelation. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhayeva Cha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So this very important slok from Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 26, text 2. And it says, knowledge is the ultimate perfection of self-realization. I shall explain that knowledge unto you by which the knots of attachment to the material world are cut. So we have to know which knowledge we should acquire. There are many knowledge. But Sanatana Goswami was the prime minister of one kingdom in Bengal, and Rupa Goswami was finance minister. You know the position of prime minister and finance minister in any ministry is very high position. Sanatana Goswami, when he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he asked, Ke ami kano amai jareta putra, means who am I? Why am I suffering with the three modes of material nature? So this question is very high level inquiry. Who am I? As long as we are in bodily concept, we can collect some sukriti, that's all. But unless we come out from the bodily concept that we have nothing to do with this material gross body and subtle body, our mind direct this material body to work. Right now we are hearing Harikatha, but as soon as we come out of Harikatha and we see some sweet shop or whatever beautiful food stuff, immediately our mind will instruct that we should purchase something and eat. So we should tell our mind that from now I have understood that you are material and I am spiritual. I don't have any relation with you, I am not going to listen to you. Unless we say that, no, I am not going to enjoy, it is very difficult to go ahead. We can enjoy prasadam up to certain level, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, but if we continue enjoying prasadam 30, 40 years and in regular basis, then it is also sense enjoyment. We see Goswamis and Sanatan Goswami. That day I went to the Samadhi of Sanatan Goswami and they gave me a prasad, that is some chapati without salt. Have you taken, Maharaj?
Yes.
Without salt, and that was the food of Sanatan Goswami. But we are not at that level that we can artificially go to that level.
Even Krishna didn't like it.
That is different thing, but he is Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. He can eat anything and everything. But as far our material body is concerned, doctor also prescribes that we should eat light food. Normally in India especially, I don't know about the West, they eat very spicy food and very hot with chili and mountains, of course. So that can be considered in neophyte stage up to 5 years, 10 years, but after 10 years one should be serious. Prasadam is for distribution. And why should we distribute prasad? To make devotees. Srila Prabhupada made devotees by gulab jamun. So it is called bullet of ISKCON. Gulab jamun is considered the bullet. With that bullet he attracted so many peoples. So prasad is to attract the materialistic person so that they can come to devotional path, and of course we can feed prasadam to Vaishnava, but if we are getting attached to taste of the prasad, forgetting that this is tasted by Krishna, Krishna's saliva is there in the prasad, and we are just enjoying the taste, then we are gratifying our senses still in the name of prasad. So, we should try to come out. It may happen in, Srila Prabhupada says it happens in 1 second, but I didn't realize that it happens in 1 second. Of course, Prabhupada said in 1 minute. Someone asked how long it will take to understand, to get out of this material consciousness. Prabhupada said 1 minute. Are you not reading Bhagavad Gita? Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam vraja aham tang sarva papebhya mokshaami ma shucha. So if you give up everything, surrender unto me, I will remove all your sinful activities and you will be liberated. So, but Prabhupada's consciousness is very high level, and of course I see all his disciples also by his connection became so advanced and respectable position. But we fallen soul, it takes some more time, but of course we are in the track, and someone is moving in the speed of aeroplane, someone is moving in the speed of super fast train, or and someone is moving in a local train or by rickshaw, but yes, everyone is moving. Otherwise, why we are sitting here listening to Bhagavad Katha? No? Why we are interested? Why do we wake up in the morning when people sleep? And we do wake up. We feel we should not sleep. So, how does this quality come? Here Prabhupada explains in this purport that this quality comes by hearing through Vaishnava. As long as one hear from bona fide authority, one will be connected. Many times people ask me, Maharaj, in the beginning we were having so nice taste in japa and spiritual activities, but gradually our taste is going away. Why? Because the reason is we are not changing ourselves. We have to change ourselves continuously. In the beginning, we changed ourselves, like giving up all the sinful activities, following the 4 regulatory principles, taking up chanting, shaved our head, putting tilak, taking initiation. So much we did, and we got some taste in chanting. But if we stuck over there and we don't change the heart, there is one chapter in Srimad Bhagavatam, either 2nd canto or 3rd canto, is with the title change of heart. So we have to change our heart continuously. We have to love devotees. Loving devotee is so necessary that if we don't become happy by seeing a devotee, that means we are committing offense. Even if we don't be happy by seeing a devotee. So much importance is to associate with devotees, and hearing from authoritative parampara. We cannot discover ourselves. This modern science, so rascal, they are trying to investigate things with their senses, but senses are all imperfect. Suppose we need to go to Germany from Delhi airport, and we go to Delhi airport and we try to find out a plane which goes to Germany by ourselves without following the instruction of the airport authority. Is it possible to find the plane? Can we go and sit in any plane which will take us to Germany? It is not possible. We have to follow the authority of the airport, which platform the train or the flight is, and we have to go there. We have to follow all the rules, all the process. Then only we will go. We can go to Germany. So like that, with our mental concoction or whatever it comes to the mind, and we follow that, that is not perfect. We have to hear from supreme authority and that and the devotees. And as long as we are connected with the devotee, our consciousness will be uplifted. And as soon as we give up connection with devotees, our material mind will lead us to sense enjoyment. And Krishna doesn't like one thing, that is the way we enjoy materially. He ties us. And that's why sadhu, scripture, everything is there to cut the knot of our material bondage by the knowledge. And this knowledge that we are part and parcel of Krishna. What is our dharma? Can anyone say what is our dharma? Many people say Hindu, Muslim, Christian. Well, nowadays this foreigner has adopted Hindu dharma. So, is it right? What is our dharma? Our dharma is Satchidananda. Even if we accept or not, Sat means Nitya, eternal. Every living entity, dharma is Satchidananda. Every living entity's dharma is Satchidananda. Even if you put your finger in front of an ant, it will get frightened because it is identifying itself with its body, and I am this body, and the fearful of death will make him frightened. Why we are frightened of that? Because our dharma is to remain eternal, and as we are very much attached to the body, we are identifying ourselves with the body, we feel that the death will end us. That's the reason we are frightened. Are you all getting my points? That's the reason we are frightened. That means our dharma is eternal, which in Sanskrit is called Sat. Chit means knowledge. Everyone is inquisitive. What is happening? So we should inquire about spiritual matter that the conditioned soul doesn't know, and he inquire different thing. So inquiring or inquisitive, having knowledge is called Chit. And Ananda means blissfulness. Everyone is searching for blissfulness. But because of the lack of knowledge, someone goes to material enjoyment. But of course, we all are searching for enjoyment, bliss, Ananda. Because Krishna is Sachidananda and we are part and parcel of Krishna, we are also Sachidananda. Our Atma, the Dharma, the position of Atma is Sachidananda. Our Dharma is not Hindu, not Muslim, not Christian, not Buddhist. Our Dharma is Sachidananda, and that is Sanatan Dharma. There is no beginning, no end to the Dharma. Any question or comment? I don't know if you all have followed my language. Now my request His Holiness Bhakti Alok Paramadvaiti Swami Maharaj to continue with the subject. I will tell you the subject. Knowledge is the ultimate perfection of self-realization. I shall explain the knowledge unto you by which the knots of material attachment to the material world are cut.
Swami Kinamini, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paskatya Disatarini. Actually, we don't believe so much in knowledge, we believe more in realization and like Gyan and Vigyan. But the process of Bhakti Yoga, as we received it by Srila Prabhupada, was a permanent acquisition of knowledge, daily doses. And daily doses. And in South America, we have had more difficulties with that because people are not so study inclined. I remember many of my god brothers and god sisters, both in Europe and also in America, they became very studious. They studied and memorized many shlokas. I remember we were sitting with Rohini Nandan comparing who had memorized more shlokas, and then he made the shloka book. That's her ex-husband. Yes. So we were into knowledge, acquiring knowledge, and getting the Bhagavatam. When we got the Bhagavatam, the first thing we did, we memorized the first chapter of Bhagavatam in Berlin, in the temple. So we were into it, and were into it, well,
the whole first chapter of Bhagavatam?
Maybe, no, I don't remember.
Okay.
Maybe 30 shlokas or something like that. So the training of the mind with knowledge, that is very important, and we need that. We need that daily doses. How we can incorporate what we are learning into our daily practice, that's another thing. Now, in those days, we were brahmacharis, and we had really nothing else to do except studying and preaching. In a way, things have not changed. We still have to study and we still should preach. We should not change that. But then there's so many other things of life. You get married, you have to maintain a family, you start thinking about the politics in the Vaishnava movement. That takes up a certain amount of the mind of yours, especially like after the guru leaves. It's always becoming so complicated, no? So complicated, no? Like, I think each and every one of us can tell a long story what happens to him after the guru leaves. Because when the guru is there, present, and we have this simple belief, this simple faith, he's giving me what I need, and I'll study it, and I try to practice it. Now, like when you're talking about the mind and the sense, this connection with the senses, yes. And then there's another thing. The mind is one thing. I can't speak about controlling the mind because I can't control my mind. But then the other thing is the ego. The ego thing, that where you still have you're clinging, is that right? You're clinging on some preconceived notions and ideas about yourself in the world, and any kind, like Walter Eidlitz, one of our godbrothers from the side of Bon Maharaj, he wrote, sympathy, antipathy, and prejudice. They're the three big obstacles in devotional service. If you have, I like this guy, or I like this person, because he or she is so nice, I idealize that person. Now that idealization is probably a projection of your ego. What you want to see yourself to be, you see it in them and you think, wow, look, no? And on the other side, this is not what I want. Look the way and we categorize. He's from this country or that skin color or that skin or this educational level or this monetary income or this, he lives in a big house, he lives in a hut. So that's also the antipathy for anything. This is so contaminating. And then finally prejudice, that I think I know who he or she is because I think I can extract from my essential impressions some judgment on this person. And this is prejudice. It's very offensive if you judge others. Therefore, even in the preaching, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Lutia kaya dia bandera uchyate acharya bandera prema sada gunabate. Something like that. Badly pronounced. But what does it say? Do not discriminate. Actually, patra vichara nahi stanastara yeyana tanapana kare premadana. Don't think this is a good place to preach and this is a bad place. Don't think that this person, yes, I would like to preach to them. And this person, useless. Don't do that. Then it says, Lutia Kayadia, that the Panchatattva, they broke open the storehouse of love of God, and they started to distribute the content wildly into all directions. And some miserly people came and they said, if you're going to go on doing like this, the storehouse is going to be finished very soon. Everything will be finished. But then Krishna Das Kaviraj says, stupid are they. They don't know, the more you distribute the contents of the storehouse of love of God, its contents will increase 100-fold. So, bringing it to a circle. Ego, prejudice, no preaching, no study, being controlled by the mind. The whole thing is a disaster. And the medicine of this disaster was given by Srila Prabhupada. And we should just stick to it. we should stick to studying the Bhagavatam every day, which we are trying here. This is our attempt. And then we should make plans how to preach. And this plans how to preach, for example, we're working for the World Vaishnava Association. This is an incredible task. Why? Because we are thinking and talking about preaching to Vaishnavas, what could be good for them to improve, increase the positions of Vaishnavas in this world. Now there's the individual position of the Vaishnava in the world, and there's the institutional position of Vaishnava in this world. There is the overall Vaishnavism in this world. How is it looked upon? It's very complex. It's very tasking. And I think that's okay. We should be tasked. We should be like, how to do that? How to take care of this person? How to do that? On an individual base, like for example, my conclusion of all the years of preaching is that the number one duty you have to fulfill is making friendships with everybody. Only if you have a real friendship relationship, then there will be some interesting transaction. And I'm talking about anybody. The one you meet in the street, or the one you know for many years and you're talking. It's all about friendship. Friendship, what friendship means? It means a deep empathy. Not only, okay, respect this person, no. Feeling, I want to help this person. I want to be useful. I want my service to be useful. You're in the kitchen, you're cooking. Why you're cooking? Because you want to please Krishna by what you're cooking, but you also think, oh, the devotees will be very happy when this delicious prasadam is coming. Maharaj given a class. What is he thinking when he speaks? Oh, I'm going to really smash these people. I'm going to make them all cry. I'm going to, they will feel like so miserable after they hear the class. And then they will say, oh, we are really, better we commit suicide because it's hopeless. No, that's Maharaj not thinking that. No, he's coming, oh, how will I say something that they will chant more rounds, that there will be more clean, more sattvic, more brahminic, more enthusiastic, more happy, and that they will come, Maharaj, when will you come and give another class, please? Don't let us wait so long. That's the reality. The reality is we want to do service to please Krishna, number one, but please the Vaishnava, the Gurus. So it's about friendship. Because when you go out and sell books, you can only sell a book if you made a good impression upon somebody. If there's no positive impression, why should they buy a book? So that was our first activity. But okay, we sold a lot of books and nothing to lament. Any book sold was good. Prabhupada was pleased. Many books were printed. But deeper than book distribution is making this friendly connection. Getting this person to say, I like what these devotees are doing. I want to go there and help them. I want to go to this temple and worship the deities with them. I want to send them a donation. I want to cultivate some vegetables in my garden and donate them for the Sunday feast. And I want to go there. This has to come out from this is where the real spiritual life moves and where our own grows and where our mind control goes. If we are not feeling like this and thinking like this, then our mind is going to be crazy anyway. Crazy this way or crazy that way. If we don't have this thinking and planning of feeling and serving and making people happy. Guy comes like this, no? Sadashiva comes all the way out of the commercial world of making money and doing this. He said, it's not what I'm looking for. I'll go to Vrindavan, no? Okay, no? Or Jagat he says, finally I want to see Vrindavan, I want to see Vrindavan. Because so many years I spent in this world trying to, whatever I did to make a living. Oh, then we come here. We have to be so friendly with each other, so caring with each other, so concerned. We have to be concerned. If we are not concerned with the others, then we just become over-ego concerned. Just become concerned with ourselves. And it's not exploitation. You don't exploit your friends. You share with your friends. On the contrary. And of course, if you want to stay in Vrindakunja and want to help in this movement here, then we also want to see something. You're extracting some of your energy to contribute to the cause. But we don't want you to live here for that. We don't want you to be a devotee for that I will take advantage of something you have. No, that's not the mood. It's like the real preaching is like a father and a mother helping the children to grow. Oh, my children, I want you. Are they result-oriented? Are the parents result-oriented? Yes and no. Because the transaction of looking after your children or making friendships with somebody is in itself a very important transaction. But also, you cannot deny that the parents want their children to become well-educated, become well-behaved, and have a good future. So they say, so if they have a good future, will this also be a good future for us? Well, isn't it that the children have to take care of the parents when the parents become very old? Where? Who's going to look after the old parents when they cannot help themselves? Oh, then you go and get them a position in an old people home somewhere, no? This is a disgrace. Old people homes are disgraces. I mean, not everything going on there is disgrace. Some people are sincere, but for the children to send their parents to an old people home, that's really real capitulation in the ego world. Oh yes, mine is more important than my father and mother welfare. This is a very, very crucial question. So therefore, the friendship with the devotees is a top preaching and the top way to control your mind. Always make others happy. Always think, how do I do this? How am I going to get this Yudhisthira fired up so that when he goes back to Mexico or while he's here, he's happy and he's making, wow, I'm making a big difference of my life. Because spiritual life means making a big difference of your life. Not only one day or 2 days, but every day. Every day making a big difference of your life. And so Prabhupada, he gave us a foundation. Chant Hare Krishna, read the Bhagavatam, take prasadam, and help others. That for me is really the practical application of Krishna consciousness. That's where we have to live. Now the inner quality inside of the meditation of a devotee, well, that you have to be one to know one. So I'm not crying when I chant Hare Krishna, so I don't know anything about that. I'm not closing my eyes and wandering in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, so I cannot talk about that either. I want to see the garden clean. I want to see the devotees smiling. I want to see that the people in this world will be like I remember sometimes one of my god brothers, he's a very great preacher, and he makes such long-term plans you cannot even imagine. You cannot imagine. He tells his disciple, do this, 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 year after year, to reach a result which came to be fructified 20 years later. then I must say, wow. Wow, this guy had a vision, and I mean, education for his disciple. And not only for one disciple, for every disciple. Have a plan. It's almost like impossible. But in a way, that is the way Prabhupada gave us service. He gave us service. He sent us out. I remember I was a temple president in Sweden. And Prabhupada wrote a letter. Somebody asked him about initiation, and he said, oh, the temple president has to decide that, and he can chant on the beats and all that. And I was the temple president, I was 21 years old. Who read that, Prabhupada? I'm supposed to decide who is going to be initiated here and conduct all the things. So in kind of a way, the projection of Prabhupada towards us was to make us revolutionary love distributors, wholesale love distributors. And Prabhupada made no doubt about it. Of course, he also preached the ABC, no?